You ever wonder why, when you're talking to somebody who's maybe on the far left, why it is that they have such opposing views, and you're like thinking to yourself, hey, you know what? The information is out there. The science is out there. How is this something that we are disagreeing on? And you're just thinking, why is this happening? Here's the reason why.
CNN, MSNBC, New York Times, WAPO, Washington Post completely avoid John Hopkins study, finding COVID lockdowns ineffective. FYI, would you say John Hopkins is a conservative organization like Hoover Institute
No.
or Heritage?
No, Johns Hopkins is one of the most reliable medical, scientific research enterprises, universities in the world, bar none.
That's very important for people to know,
Johns
because
Hopkins
sometimes
is extremely reliable.
So it's not like it's a CNN or a
this
Fox
is like this is Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge level. Johns Hopkins, especially in the medical domain.
So watch this. ABC, CBS, NBC also ignored the anti-lockdown study. So go up, let me read this. So here we go. There has been a full-on media blackout on the study online, the ineffectiveness of lockdowns to prevent COVID deaths. According to Johns Hopkins University meta-analysis of several studies, lockdowns during first COVID wave in spring of 2020 only reduced COVID mortality by 0.2%. That is not a lot. In US and in Europe, while the meta-analysis concludes that lockdowns have had little to no public health effect, they have imposed enormous economic and social costs where they have been adopted, the researcher wrote. In consequence, lockdowns policies are ill-founded and should be rejected as a pandemic policy instrument. If you can go a little higher, I want to read the next two, and I'll get Jordan's thoughts. However, the Johns Hopkins study received no mention on any of the 5 liberal networks this week, according to Grabian transcripts. CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, NBC all ignored the anti-lockdowns findings after having spent much of the pandemic shaming red states with minimal restrictions and events deemed by critics as super spreaders. It wasn't just the networks avoiding the study. The New York Times, the Washington Post, the Associated Press, Reuters, USA Today, Axios, Politico, amongst other outlets, also tuned a blind eye to the findings according to search results.
Just wanted to give you a little common sense ammunition